Merhaba. Hello, everybody. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here today. We've been hearing some great stuff happening in the economy of Turkey, the global economy, and the relationships between Turkey and the Arab world. I think it's going from better to better, even though with its ups and downs. There's great opportunity that one has to just scratch the surface to see how those opportunities are just around the corner for global growth, actually. I'm here to present just a slight twist to what we've been hearing today about most of the geopolitical situation and the economies, and to show how the UAE's relationship with Turkey and supporting Turkish companies go global, and using the UAE as a friendly nation, as a friendly country with Turkey, as a hub to do its business and a home away from home. I represent the Emirate of Ras Al Khaimah. I don't know how many of you know Ras Al Khaimah, but definitely we are a no-nonsense business hub. We've been working with the Turkish companies from all different kind of sectors right now, and all over the sectors that have been discussed today, from IT, from the digital economy, from the AI to manufacturing and high-tech and industry, even finance and many other industries that have been mentioned today. Ras Al Khaimah is the northernmost furthest emirate in the UAE. I know many of you are familiar with Abu Dhabi and Dubai, but we are a beautiful emirate that has a lot to go for in terms of tourism. We've been in the press lately, in the media lately, with many of the touristic sites and hotels and hospitality and development and real estate that's been happening. But I'm here to talk to you about really how we support Turkish companies go global. The region in Ras Al Khaimah, I'm going to take you through just a few glimpses of really what's it all about, how we have more than today the 400 plus Turkish companies operating out of Ras Al Khaimah. The trade between the UAE and Ras Al Khaimah is stronger than ever. I'm not going to go into the details because I'm sure all of you know it, but it's going stronger and stronger. There's a lot of trade. We have a CEPA agreement also signed with Turkey, so that allows for many products to go between both countries. The strength of the Turkish manufacturing is known all over the world. The consumer market in the Middle East, in the GCC, in the UAE, and the rest of the world for Turkish products is second to none. Many of the exports that go from Turkey are in precious metals, as you know, building materials, petroleum products, and obviously the UAE utilizes a lot of that in its manufacturing process, and Turkish companies use the UAE as a bouncing platform to go into the rest of the GCC, Saudi Arabia, Europe, and America, with the CEPA agreement that became stronger and stronger. Just a little glimpse of many of the Turkish companies that we have, and then many of their industries. They're in building materials, 479 actually. We have from hospitality to trading to metals to fabrication to building materials and furniture. So a lot use Ras Al Khaimah's economic zones, free zones, and the ease of doing business that we have in the UAE, the transparency of our rules and regulations that we have in the UAE, and how we make it simple for companies to actually thrive, grow, and distribute its products or manufacture its products and take it into many other parts of the world. For those of you who don't know Ras Al Khaimah, it's a very beautiful emirate, and I'll just show you a few pictures and give you a glimpse of what we're doing. We don't have the same GDP as Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but we are a smaller emirate with just about less than 500,000 people. Our ambition in 2030 is to become 1 million people, but we are the largest manufacturing zone outside of Jabal Ali and in Dubai. We have the highest number of SMEs registered anywhere in the UAE under one free zone umbrella, which is called Rakiz, the company that I lead and manage, the Ras Al Khaimah Economic Zone. So we're a hub for SMEs, for high tech, for starters, for family offices, for manufacturing, and many different types of activities. I always tell my team that if somebody asks, what do? We do anything from small startup companies to Rolls-Royce engines. So you can imagine the diversity that's in between. We are a Standard & Poor's and Fitch rating A, so we have our leadership, His Highness, and the leadership of our Sovereign Wealth Fund have fiscal savviness to ensure that we are growing with the best ratings for all the investors to come and tap into that system. Today, we win very many records. I don't know, everything is big in the UAE, as then that's what we do best, and everything is big in Ras Al Khaimah. So we have the longest zip line, we have the largest fireworks, we have the largest hotels. We're building the Wynn Resort and casino right now, which is a 1,800 room and $8 billion project, and many more hospitality. We're building 11,000 rooms as I speak up here today. We already have 11,000 rooms, and we have the highest IRR in terms of hospitality investment and returns on hotels, and the highest level of consistent RevPAR as well as occupancy rate, because not only are we a destination for tourists from all over the world, but also we're a very popular destination for staycations. Many people who live in the United Arab Emirates actually go on the weekends to the hotels and resorts in Ras Al Khaimah. So we have a very consistent and high occupancy rate. This is our latest project, the Wynn Resort, right now that's being built. We are on floor 78. It's $8 billion JV between Wynn Resorts and Casinos in Las Vegas and our government. So we anticipate 3 million visitors per year just coming to this resort when it opens its doors in the second quarter of 2027. And we have many more other beautiful hotels on Marjan Island in Ras Al Khaimah, as well as I'll show you some more of the developments that we're doing in real estate, where actually a lot of Turkish developers, Turkish investors, and Turkish supply chain and furniture and cabinetry and everything is supplying many of the new developments and investors that are in Ras Al Khaimah. Today, we've got all different types of investments across manufacturing. We have the largest pharmaceutical company, Julfar. We have the largest ceramic company, one of the largest ceramic companies in the world. We have a high-tech sector, and we're supported, and we support the Make in the Emirates vision and ambition by the Ministry of Industry and Advanced Technology that is actually supporting companies. With your Turkish SEPA agreement today, manufacturing is the best place to be when it comes to the UAE, because you get a lot of support from our local governments, you get a lot of support from our federal governments, you have a lot of, we have the Emirates Credit Bureau and the ministry itself that is encouraging more and more manufacturing to take place in the UAE. Earlier on, we heard about the geopolitical situation. Many countries have tariffs now in terms of where they export their products to, like America and Europe. And the UAE has 168 other world trade agreements, SEPA agreements, as well as trade agreements with 168 countries. So a lot of companies from all over the world come to use the UAE to manufacture and go to those countries without these restrictions that exists if they're operating from their own country. I can give you an example that right now, India, with the tariff in the UAE, in the United States, 50%, 25-25. In the last few months, we've had so many big, huge enterprises from India coming to set up within weeks in the UAE so that they can get the Make in the Emirates proud stamp and then export it all over the world. Not only for the UAE market or the Saudi market or the GCC market, but for exporting globally. And that's how we help Turkish companies go global with all of the services and facilities that we offer. It's a great place to live. We've got a lot of resilient real estate. The growth drivers is manufacturing, is hospitality, it's finance. We are the first emirate to actually open a new dedicated economic zone just for Web3 and digital assets. So it's called Racked Out, the Ras Al Khaimah Digital Assets Oasis, and they focus on AI, crypto, they focus on Web3, they focus on the new digital economy as well. Very diversified, as I showed you, lots of manufacturing, lots of hospitality, lots of F&B, lots of business opportunities for Turkish companies. And the UAE is second to none. These are some of the largest names that we have in terms of the big brands, whether they're in food and beverage. We are starting to become a very big automotive hub for Chinese EV, Chinese batteries as well, and Chinese are looking at being in manufacturing Chinese vehicles or starting with assembly. Today, Ras Al Khaimah has some of the largest bus manufacturing and armored car manufacturing companies in the world setting up over there, and they've been there for a very long time. Tobacco, F&B, defense, we house all of these different companies from all over the world, 40,000 plus. The UAE has second to none when it comes to, earlier on we heard from their excellencies about one of the main success factors for trade is logistics. And we have in the UAE, everybody comes there for its second to none logistics, whether it's Jebel Ali, whether it's our ports, whether it's ports in Abu Dhabi, and you have Al-Hamriya, all very strong connectivity to the world, across the world, and that's why it's a melting hub to 8 billion people, just within four hours, within an aircrafts and aviation, but definitely it's a maritime hub for products to go and come all over the world. Many choices to select from. We are a government entity. We provide the rules, the regulations, the work permits, the building permits, the visas, the land, the warehouses, the offices, the industrial land, the business centers, the staff accommodation. Everything is under a one-stop shop. So that's how we make it very easy for investors from Turkey to just come plug and play. Our leaders in the UAE like the fact that we do all of these services for the investors to make life simple. And that's our mission as well. So today when I get a manufacturing company that does beds from Turkey, they rent a warehouse, they rent a industrial factory, we give them all the services, all the visas and all the work permits and all the regulations and even the license, even the bank account. We open the bank account for the investors. And we are the first emirate with RAK Bank to offer non-residential bank accounts for individuals that don't reside in the UAE. For high net worth individuals that want just a bank account in the UAE, for families that want a bank account in the UAE, we are the first emirate to launch the non-residential bank account system or product. This we're very proud of. This is our new downtown in Ras Al Khaimah, and this is a mega development. This is where we're going to see the next 500,000 people live, work, play, and stay. This is called the Beach District, and most of these plots are sold to independent developers from all over the world who are coming to build residential, office, entertainment, and we just launched a RAK Central development. All of those plots of land have been sold. Everything is being built. Many of the Indian investors and developers, many of the UAE developers, they've all taken up plots. The whole development is gone. And we are building the first $3 billion worth of development in this RAK Central location right now. This is our new zone where we're putting only high-tech companies. So many of the high-tech companies like to be in the same place. So high-tech from China, high-tech from Europe, high-tech from America, and hopefully high-tech from Turkey. A lot of the different facilities that we provide, warehousing, it's got a design district, it's got livability, it's got entertainment, restaurants, and we're building it right now in Ras Al Khaimah. So as I mentioned, today we offer free zone, non-free zone, mainland, offshore, very much like the BVI, family offices, all under the umbrella of the UAE's regulations. So the nice thing, obviously, for investors is that they get transparency, they get consistency anywhere in the UAE, as well as in Ras Al Khaimah. So we all follow the same federal laws and regulations that are there. So you don't get different laws in different emirates. Why do they come to Ras Al Khaimah? I can assure you, best customer service, best cost-effective prices. I know I'm from Ras Al Khaimah, so I can say that if you open a company in Ras Al Khaimah, sometimes it's 25% to 50% more cost-effective to do it just than 45 minutes down the road in Dubai, or it depends what you're looking for. But the cost of living everywhere around the world is increasing. Our promise is that we keep the cost of living down, the cost of operations down. And so today, many of the companies are coming to Ras Al Khaimah to establish. And let's not forget that when you are in Ras Al Khaimah, you still have the whole ecosystem of the UAE where you're allowed to tap into and to conduct business with. Many different business types that I've spoken about, and the one-stop shop where we provide all the visas and all the work permits and all the land and all the offices, all from one agency. So today you don't have to go to a municipality to get a permit. You don't have to go to the immigration to get your visa. You don't have to go to the Environmental Protection Agency. We work with them, with our colleagues in those agencies in the back office, so you're only dealing with one window. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rami. Now, from Iraq, Erbil in specific, I would like to welcome Mr. Jaylan Haj Said, the President of Erbil Chamber of Commerce and Industry, for a short speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السادة الحضور الكرام، يشرفني أن أشارك اليوم باسم غرفة التجارة والصناعة أربيل في ملتقى التركي العربي. في هذه المنصة لفرصة التجارية والاستثمارية، ونحن ملتزمون بتعزيز الشراكات التي تحقق النمو والازدهار المشترك لشعوبنا. نحن في إقليم كردستان العراق لدينا علاقات متميزة مع دولة جمهورية تركيا في الناحية الاقتصادية، وخصوصا في التبادل التجاري الموجودة بيننا، وخاصة المنفذ الحدودي المشترك بيننا، منفذ إبراهيم الخليل، حيث يتبادل فيها التبادل التجاري سنوياً ما يقارب من 17 مليار دولار ما بين العراق وجمهورية تركيا. وأكثر هاي التبادل التجاري يتم عبر حدود المنافذ الحدودية في إبراهيم خليل التي يمر على ممر إقليم كردستان إلى محافظات الأخرى للوسط والجنوب العراق. نحن مثل ما أشرت في البداية لدينا علاقة متميزة جدا، ويتواجد في إقليم كردستان شركات متعددة في الاستثمار والتجارة والمواضيع الاقتصادية الأخرى. وفي إقليم كردستان نحن نمتلك قانون استثمار خاصة بإقليم كردستان، التي قانون رقم 4 صدرت في 2006، والتي يميز على القوانين الاستثمارية في المناطق الأخرى، وبها تسهيلات أكثر للمستثمرين في للمستثمرين الأجانب. أريد أبين إليكم بعض الأرقام الموجودة حالياً للشركات المتواجدة في إقليم كردستان، وهذا يبين بأنه العلاقات المتميزة ما بين إقليم كردستان وجمهورية تركيا. الشركات المتواجدة حالياً في إقليم كردستان 1613 شركة متنوعة في المجالات المتنوعة الاستثمار والتجارة في إقليم كردستان، التي 1110 من الشركات متواجدة في أربيل، و305 شركات متواجدة في محافظة دهوك، و198 شركة متواجدة في محافظة السليمانية. لدينا استيرادات متنوعة في دول الجارة تركيا، التي هو المواد الغذائية ومواد الكهربائية ومواد الإنشائية والمواد الأخرى التي يمر عبر إقليم كردستان. وأنا أتذكر شيء مهم جدا بأنه العلاقة المتميزة ما بين إقليم وجمهورية تركيا، بأنه سنة 2013 كانت الاستيراد من دولة تركيا عبرت 14 مليار عن طريق منفذ إبراهيم خليل، وهذا يدل على بأنه العلاقة التجارية والاقتصادية ما بين الدولة التركية وجمهورية العراق وإقليم كردستان بشكل خاص كانت متميزة. وأكيد هذا يعني نطمح إلى هذا الأرقام، إلى أرقام أكبر من هذا بالسنوات القادمة، ونطمح إلى يعني دعم الشركات العربية والتركية في استثمار في بنية تحتية في إقليم كردستان التي إليها مناخ متاحة في كل المجالات، والقانون يسهل أمور الاستثمار في إقليم كردستان. أنا حتى ما أطول عليكم أشكركم جزيل الشكر، وأشكر المنظمين لهذا الملتقى، وشكرا لدعوتكم لحضورنا باسم الغرفة التجارة والصناعة أربيل كممثل عن إقليم كردستان. شكرا جزيلا.